Annie, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be transforming myself into Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter. Whew, I needed to slow myself down while saying that because I've done that take like 10 times. And let's get started. For this look, I already have my foundation done. She does have very fair skin, so if you want to go in with like a porcelain foundation, that's probably the best call. I went in with, where the heck is it? I went in with Rose Ivory by Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I thought that this was the porcelain one, but I think this is light enough, so this is good. But I'm just gonna get started because I'm gonna wind up overthinking it and then not do anything. So let's go. Also, I don't have my backlight on today. I figured this gives it more of like a gray, moody kind of vibe, which is very Bellatrix, so that's the reason for that. I still have my headlight on though, so at least you'll see like a little bit of dimension here. I typically like to start with my contour just so that I can get more of a feel for the character and almost get in character a little bit. It just helps me visualize everything. So I'm gonna go in with the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, or KVD Beauty is what they're called now, but this is still labeled KVD. I don't know if they're gonna change it. And I also don't know why I'm rambling about that because who cares? Here we go. Since I have really light foundation on right now, I'm gonna go in with the lightest contour shade in here. It's like that gray-y beige. I'm gonna go in with this brush by Luxie. This is the JD180 brush, I believe. Yes, JD180. This is made for nose contouring, but I'm gonna go in and do the little definition here with her cheeks. So she just has little, it's like kind of like sucked in here. So I feel like that's like her trademark. So let's make sure that we get that right. And it's good that I already kind of have that a little bit. I think that's more like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's necessarily like cheek definition. I think that might be like more like the fat that builds up around your mouth. But on her, it's definitely chiseled. And if you need help finding this area, you can kind of just go like this. And always start with the light contour shade because you can always just blow it out. If you start with something too dark, it can be really hard to blend it out and it'll just look like a muddy mess. So always start light and build it up. I have this freaking dark spot from this pimple that just will not let me cover it up. So I'm just gonna set a little bit of concealer on that dark pimple. Hopefully we can conceal that guy. He's just been popping out everywhere. To make this look a little bit more natural, I'm just going in with, this is just like a powder puff with any excess face powder that I have on here. I'm just gonna clean it up around the sides and then go over the top of it. Just make it look a little bit more natural. Also, let me clean up my crusty lips. I always forget to do that. All right, guys, for her nose is a little bit thinner than mine, so I'm gonna go in with some contour. You guys don't need to go this crazy. I'm just transforming myself into her. I'm trying to look as close to her as possible, get my dimensions and features to look like hers, but you guys don't need to do this part. So I'm pretty much just gonna be giving you guys tips for like brow shape and lips and things like that as I go, because that's something that you can replicate on yourself. But yeah, for these other things, just ignore it. All right, now I'm going in with my chin contour. She has a very sharp jawline. It doesn't look like she has any like forehead contour really, so I might just leave that alone, and then once we go in with the hair, probably go in and shape it up because it looks like, not that her head's square or anything like that, but it looks like it's almost more of a square hairline. So we'll go in with that when we get there. Now I'm going in with that really light shade in here, this light powder here, and I'm just gonna go in and highlight my nose here. I don't want to go in with like a shimmer highlighter because she obviously is not wearing highlighter. So I want it to look as natural as possible by just using a matte color. All right, now I think I'm gonna do eyebrows next. So I'm just going in with the Precisely My Brow in 4.5. This is by Benefit. This is like a neutral medium brown, medium to dark brown. And it looks like we actually have a very similar brow shape, which is cool. So I don't have to do too much. The front of her brows go down a little bit further than mine, so I'm just drawing that in. Her brows are also a little bit closer than mine are, so I'm just doing that. All right, so I also noticed that her nostrils go in a little bit more than mine do. So I'm just gonna take underneath here and just gently shade in this area. Just make them look almost more like a teardrop. Okay guys, now for her eyes, it's almost like she has a C shape here with eyeshadow, and then on top of her lids is kind of like a splotchy brown. So it's almost like taking it into the eye bag underneath your eye and then dragging it in a C shape here. But I'm not gonna do it perfectly, so I'm just kind of trying to dab to make it look a little bit more natural. I'm just bringing this in a little bit more to give her that pinched look right here. And you're just creating like a subtle underbag here, like she hasn't been having a lot of sleep. And if you have a shade that has a little bit of like a mauve to it, that would be a perfect color to go in here. I'm using, there's this one that's like a dupe for the James Charles palette. This is from Wet n Wild. So this is their 40 palette. Then I'm just going in with a detail brush to pinch this part in even further. I'm just dragging that up to the brow bone. Now for underneath the eye, I would go in with like a really dark brown. If you don't have dark brown, go in with a black, but use a really light hand. And you just wanna almost create a little eye crease under here. This will also help to round out your eyes if you don't have round eyes like she does. Right, and she also has very like spidery kind of eyelashes, so I'm gonna go in with Lash Freak from Urban Decay. This one does get a little clumpy, so you just need to make sure that you get all the excess off. But you can go in with any mascara, guys. Like if you have like a small wanded mascara that you typically use for your bottom lashes, use that for the top. Well, and bottom, but you know what I mean. Pretty much the key to her makeup is to just make it look really messy. It's supposed to, I feel like it's supposed to just look like she sleeps in her makeup every single night and maybe just goes like this in the morning with some mascara. So that's the vibe. Her nostrils are also like, they go up a little bit more than mine do. They almost are like a straight V. I'm trying to figure out whether I'm gonna commit that far or if I should just leave it. I kind of want to go there. Let me see. It's so weird what subtle differences can do. I just feel like it's really coming together. Like once that nostril went on, I was like, all right guys, now I'm gonna just go on my top line here, like right underneath my eyes with a black liner. This just makes the lash band look a little bit darker. And it also looks like she has either like a white eyeliner or a nude eyeliner on her waterline. I'm also just going in with just some black eyeshadow right along that waterline. I think her eyebrows are a little darker than what I have, so I'm just gonna lightly go in with like a black pencil. But if you have like a dark brown pencil, definitely use that. Now for her lips. She has more of that like the Cupid's bow filled in. They're more of like, how would you describe that lip? Like a croissant. And I'm just gonna overline my lips a little bit too, because her top lip's a little bit more plump than mine. Oh, and this is, what is this? This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 04, which is all natural. It's my favorite lip liner. It just matches your lips perfectly. I'm just kind of smudging it with my finger to make it look a little bit more natural. And I'm pretty much just gonna fill my lips in with this. I pulled up a few different images, and I feel like for the most part, it doesn't look like she really has anything, and then others kind of look like she is more of like a pink, like a rose. This is coming together, guys. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't seen any other like face transformations or celebrity transformations, it's when you do like certain faces where you're like, oh shit, like that really looks like them. Like I need to do like, I don't know. Let me think about it. Okay, I need to shade the chin a little more. She does not have a butt chin, so I'm just shading the sides of my butt. So I'm just gonna bring this contour up a little bit more and out just to get more of her face shape. if you guys are trying to mess around with transforming into like celebrities or anything like that, I think the best advice that I could give is to have a few reference images and don't zoom into them. So when I was first starting out doing them, which I'm making it seem like I've been doing this for years, but I just started doing celebrity like transformation looks probably about, I guess like a couple months ago now. But I've learned to zoom it out completely because you see details way better when it's far away. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but try it. All right guys, now for the hairline. So I'm just gonna fill in kind of around the perimeter here, just to make these areas a little darker to fit in with the vibe. Now I'm going back in with that really light beige shade from the Shade and Light palette. And I'm just gonna highlight right in here, just to emphasize her face shape. So I actually had to go out and get like a hair waver, like kind of like a crimper kind of thing, because I don't have anything here besides a straightener. So while that's heating up, I'm just gonna spray my hair with some dry shampoo. Not dry shampoo, yeah, dry shampoo. Look at this little guy. Ah, that scared me. I didn't know that. How do you get it to release? This is like all the 90s vibes right now. So this is great because, that was scary. The only thing bad about this is that sometimes it like doesn't release that well. It'll get like jammed and I'm like, oh my god, my hair's gonna burn off. But you can like overlayer it on top of the other ones to get that real like frizzy look. Like this is coming together really well. If you guys were interested in this, by the way, this was only like 20 bucks. Okay, so lesson is don't use big clumps of hair. That's the only time when it starts to like freak out and like not let go of your hair. But it does heat up really quickly and it's not like I'm sitting here crunching my hair forever. So it's doing a really good job. We're getting that Orida crinkle cut fry look. Ooh, my hair has shed everywhere from this thing. I wonder if it's because I got it caught in my hair a few times, but it's like everywhere. But this was really handy. So when you're doing this, if you're gonna wind up getting this, don't clamp down on your hair all the way. You don't even need to do that. So you can kind of just hover there. Don't do like the extra like click, because that's when I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fry off my hair. Okay, so I think I have an old like Halloween costume or something that used to be my sister's downstairs. I think I can grab that and then cut it to look like her outfit. I don't know. Let me see what I have. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is what we're working with. So I don't know if you can see, but it's like a crushed velvet robe style with like a hood. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the hood off and create a V on here and maybe do some little arm details or something. And I'll show you guys when I'm finished. All right guys, so I cut off the collar here. It's a little uneven, but also her outfit's kind of uneven too, and she has the shorts, she has the cutouts here and then they're sewn together. But I think it's good just leaving it like that. It's more inspired by her outfit, there we go. So her hair, it's kind of like, what is it, like a half up, half down kind of situation? She has it like, ouch. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to give the video a like if you liked it, and oh, I also sneezed and I feel like there's some like snot in my hair. But yeah guys, make sure to subscribe because I'm gonna be doing videos all Halloween long, all October long. Sorry guys, I'm like, ugh. Anyway, this is the final look, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. That really helps me out. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me for Halloween. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one.